We are not machines, but it's important to be productive and be engaged in the growth of the company and even personal needs. Getting onto the tips, here are some important guidelines for you to be the master of productivity. Set priorities. Do you know that feeling when you have no time for anything and you're working all the time, but your to-do list is not getting any shorter? The base for high productivity is prioritizing tasks and sticking to it. Divide the task into important urgent ones and less important ones from the perspective of a day, week, or month, depending on your goals. Decide which tasks should be done without delays and which can wait. This will help you focus on the goal. I'm sure you've heard of the Pareto principle, but it's basically that 20% of your habits are responsible for 80% of your results. And this has its reflection in your work. The trick is to find these 20% of the actions which are responsible for most of the results. If you do this, you can focus only on them and achieve your goals quicker. Start with the most demanding task first. This is that one task which you will procrastinate on. You know that it'll take you a lot of time and you think meanwhile you can catch up on with other smaller matters and you just don't feel like getting started. If you force yourself to do that task though, its completion will be a prize in itself. If you leave it for the end of the day, it'll be in the back of your mind the entire day and you'll be thinking about the task is waiting for you, which will cause you stress and anxiety. Group similar tasks. Do you have several phone calls to make or respond to emails? Do it at one time, one after another. You have to go to HR or print something, go to those places at one blow. You will save time doing that. So do comparable tasks at one session. Watch your deadlines. If the deadline is not imposed from above, set one yourself. Think about exactly how much time you need and the date when you plan to complete the task. Tasks without specified deadlines can stall for eternity. Try not to exceed that set deadline and draw conclusions if you fail. On the other hand, if the deadline is imposed beforehand, try to set yourself a tighter one. This will give you a safety buffer just in case things don't go according to plan. Even if you're in the middle of a task and you postpone it for later, remember to take a break. It is important to give your brain some rest. Stop for a minute, walk for a bit, stretch your body, and every hour take like a 5-10 minute break. And this will help you revive your energy for the entire day. Give your eyes a break as well. It is recommended to close them or look at some distant point for 20 seconds. Every 20 minutes, you're in front of the screen. Start with the vision. The vision of the task execution created in the mind allows you to prepare for all of its stages. Often the route of carrying out the task changes along the way. After all, there are many factors that we have no control over, but the very vision of finishing the task will motivate you to work on it and adapt to new conditions. Choose visualization with the end result in mind. By creating an image of success in your subconscious mind, you start creating that reality, and then you're more motivated to go after it and achieve it. Avoid multitasking. Both doing many tasks at the same time and quickly jumping between them is one of the things which negatively affects our productivity. This is the phenomenon known as the saw blade effect. If you break away from the task you are currently working or performing on even for a moment, you will need additional time in order to work at it efficiently again, because then you'll have to build up the momentum again. If you work at the computer, close programs which you do not use anymore and tabs which distract you. It is better to focus on one thing at a time to get more things done in a quicker fashion. Understand and let be understood. Most people do not listen with the intention to understand, but just to reply. Before you propose a solution or give advice or start to act, make sure you've understood the situation from the other person's perspective. Usually our focus is on being understood instead of understanding what the other person is saying and where they're coming from. When a person feels understood, they are more likely to listen to you and cooperate with you and help you in getting things done. So in terms of delegation, this is a very good tactic where you listen to the other person, understand the challenges, what they're facing, and then come up with a solution together which is beneficial for both parties. Tell others what you want to do. Sharing your goals with others makes you feel more motivated to achieve them. A kind of positive pressure to act and show up. After all, we do not want to come off poorly before others, so we try even harder. When you share your goals with others, it keeps you accountable and on your toes to get those things done, because now that you've already shared with them, you will want to act on it and get that thing done. It's also important to note that sometimes when you share your goals with others, you might get some discouraging comments, and before you even begin working on that goal or that dream that you have, you get discouraged and you let go without even trying. So it's important just to be aware of that, and if you really feel like doing it, if you're passionate about it, then still go ahead and do it. Because oftentimes when people see a success story, people get ridiculed or criticized in the beginning, but later on, once they become a success story, everybody gets on board. So feel free to share your goals with others, and don't get discouraged if you hear any negative comments, and just work hard and keep yourself accountable. Don't avoid difficult topics. Sometimes it's difficult to express your opinion openly. It is avoided to avoid confrontation or breakdown of any good relationships. It happens then when certain topics are not talked about in an open, straightforward manner at the right time. They can accumulate and explode with redoubled strength, and this helps nobody in this case. And our industry, where we manufacture and export rugs and carpets, it is so important in our production meetings that we talk openly and see if there are any delays. We communicate to our clients instead of waiting it out and communicating to our clients at the last minute, which is not a healthy situation for anyone to be in. Use technology. There are many solutions on the market which help in increasing productivity. Make friends with the ones that benefit you the most. Do not waste time working on inefficient equipment. Surround yourself with new solutions and test them, try them out. I just started using Notion as a project management app for the tracking of my manufacturing process and managing my clients. So try out new things and see what works for you. Among all these tips, the most important tip of all time is managing it well, along with resting and relaxing. Do not go beyond your body limit, but even do not let yourself be behind the race of competition. Time to get up and take advantage of this exciting time that we live in, where everything is accessible. Anything we want to achieve or know or educate ourselves with is all accessible. It's in our hand, so be productive with it. Hope my video will help you be the master of productivity and enhance your growth in your career and your future. If you found this helpful, share it with your friends or comment below and let me know. And you can check out the other video about time management where I talk about many tips on how to be more effective with your time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.